Good morning, everybody. Master here with a video that's going to be geared more towards beginners. People under the level of 10 will greatly benefit from this, but if you're above that level, maybe you'll gain some information. This is going to be my top 5 things that I think people starting out need to know about this game, or maybe not about it, but tips on how things work. I did do a video a while ago, almost as soon as my channel opened, about a basics for beginners video. That video is like 37 minutes long. It's very in depth with guides and suggestions, all that good stuff. This is just going to be a really quick hitting the top 5 things that I think beginners need to know. So let's jump right in. The first thing that lower level people need to know about is easy ways to get resources. Because when you first jump in, you may think that just having these producers is enough, or maybe you think you're going to get tons of metal from attacking in PvP. But really, the fastest way to get that metal is in here. You click on those missions, and every time you log in, you have these dynamic objectives up at the top. You do not have to completely destroy an enemy base to complete these objectives. You can, like mine is destroy 5 enemy alliance embassies. I can go into matchmaking, and no one defends their alliance embassies. They're always on the outskirts. So I can just attack 5 bases in a row and only destroy the alliance embassy, and I will get that 10,000 metal. And I'm going to say, even under rank 15, that 10,000 metal is a lot. It really is. Under rank 10, it's definitely a lot. And even now, I always keep these dynamic objectives in mind. Just the extra resources. I mean, when the most resources I get is 24,000 metal from a stronghold, that 10,000 bonus metal makes a big difference. All right. Oh, and these dynamic objectives also apply to attacking rogue faction bases and campaign missions. Any attack you do, if you attack something that fulfills something in this dynamic objective, it counts. It's not just PvP. Okay, so the second thing is, in a lot of these games, these types of games, it is best to get everything up to the same level as your command center before you upgrade. So you upgrade everything to max, then you upgrade your command center to level 2, get everything to max, then upgrade to level 3. This game is a little different. I suggest you rush your command center to level 3. And along the way, pretty much only max out your resource producers and your defenses to the level it gets to be able to unlock your next command center rank, because each command center rank does have a base level you have to be before you can upgrade your command center. But focus on your resources and defenses, but as soon as you can, rush to that command center level 3. Because rolling right into the next thing you need to know about, getting your command center to level 3, in addition to giving you a wider array of defenses to choose from, even more resources, it just unlocks a lot more capabilities for you to upgrade. It also unlocks this awesome building that once you reach level 10 you can fully use, but this is the building that lets you use fobs. Every beginner should know how to use fobs. This is something I kind of avoided because as soon as I got them, I looked at them, and to me they appeared to cost too much. They cost, so the lower level ones, like I believe the bunker and the infantry reinforce, I don't remember exactly how much these cost, to be honest. Some of them are 50. I know the artillery one is 150,000 to unlock. And to people, again, under the rank of 15 or 10, that's a lot of metal. It is. But you need to go ahead and unlock these. because they offer you, once you hit level 10 and you're getting out on the world map, these offer you a lot of defensive and offensive capabilities. So the infantry and armor reinforcements are bases you place, are fobs you place near your HQ, so when your HQ is attacked, they send reinforcements to your base to help in your defense. So these are vital, especially if you're in the lower level tier of your war zone. So like, let's say you're level 17 in a level 17 to 27, whatever that division is. I think it's 18 to 27. If you're in that and you're level 18, you're going to want these fobs. It's the only way your defenses are going to be able to counter some of the higher level players. Artillery is going to be especially useful for lower level players doing attacks on rogue factions and enemy bases in the war zone. It is your offensive one. You place this fob next to the base you're trying to attack, and when you attack it, it allows you to do a large amount of damage in over a large area. It's an artillery strike. That's what it does. The bunker is a bunker. You place it, they try to attack it. It doesn't send reinforcements to your base or anything, but that's what it does. Okay. Rolling on with this theme, we're going to go into Strongholds. Once you hit level 10, you can go into the war zone. And there you'll find strongholds that are designated by being orange. This is pretty... I believe it tells you this in the tutorial or something, but they have developed the tutorial even more since I was a lower level, so I don't know exactly what's in the tutorial now. So, here we go. There's my base right next to a stronghold. So, zoom out, you can see the people in red are human players. The yellow circles are regular rogue faction bases, and the orange ones are strongholds. Strongholds are important. They guarantee that you get critical cards which are needed to upgrade all your units. The kind of critical card you get depends on the kind of stronghold you attack. This is a light vehicle stronghold, so I will get light vehicle cards randomly chosen from the light vehicles I have available. Today is Sunday. Every Thursday and Sunday, it randomly drops all kinds of strongholds. So you have light vehicles, heavy vehicle, helicopters, infantry, and I believe there was a fixed wing somewhere around here. Anyway, yeah, they're all in close proximity, so you can choose the kinds of fortresses or strongholds you want to attack. This is another thing that when I looked at these as a low level, I was really intimidated by them. They seemed to be really strong. Even when I was Command Center level 3, and I was trying to attack Command Center level 3 strongholds, I was still just really intimidated. They seemed very powerful. But soon I found out that even as a low level, it's very possible to take out even level 4 strongholds. The time limit on the reparations of these does allow you to do 2 attacks against them, and if you are a lower level, that's another reason to have fobs. You can build an artillery fob next to one of these, and it basically is a freebie on a tightly clustered group of defenses. I do have tutorials on all types of Command Center level 4 strongholds on my channel that you can reference back to if you want to get a preview of how these bases attack. There are certain nuances of what defending units are in fixed positions, what defending units rove, all that good stuff. Anything else about fobs that's good to know? They are going to be your best source of metal since they give you 24,000 each time. You're not going to get that from any of your PvP matches. You're just not. Like, if you do, you're super lucky. It's just not going to happen. Yeah, don't be intimidated by them. Just go for the attack. Don't be afraid to lose a couple. Figure out how it works. Once you get rolling, you're good to go. Even low-level, low-capacity platoons, even if it takes 2 attacks, you're gaining a lot from it. Okay, the last thing we're going to talk about is platoons. If you watch videos of people doing their attacks and whatnot, you'll notice that most people, or especially if you watch your replays, you'll notice most people use either full S13 platoons, and then every once in a while you'll find somebody that uses S13s in a combination with a couple tanks to bust the more DPS oriented bases, or the more bubbly ones. I would encourage you to not be scared to experiment with platoon makeup, because even though S13s are fast units that deal relatively good DPS and have relatively good armor, they're basically the best mediocre units. Other units do have good advantages. The Humvee and PK can fire while moving, which in some instances can be useful, though I advise against using them at all. I hate them. I don't see a purpose for them at all. Infantry is actually really awesome. Infantry gives you the best DPS per capacity used. It is unmatched. Just as an example, DPS for one of these guys is 124. You can have four of these guys. I just messed that up, didn't I? You can have 3 of these guys. 3 of these guys for 1 S13. 3 of these guys gives you 372 damage per second. 372. One of these gives you 287. Of course, having that infantry gives you 15 space left over, which once you start putting infantry in place of multiple S13s, that stacks. It gives you a couple extra units, which gives you even more DPS. So, like I said, don't be afraid to play with things. Maybe for some people, in the way they like to attack, it's better to have like 4 rhinos and a bunch of infantry behind them rather than my personal favorite, which is 2 to 3 rhinos and S13s behind it. No, just don't be afraid to mess with it. Come up with your own strategy. If you only use S13s and you do what everybody else does, just trying to plow through, do whatever, you're either going to get really frustrated when it doesn't work, or you're going to get really burnt out and bored because you're not going to like the strategy. I love messing with units, coming up with different types. The one I've been using now is all S13s plus 1 Humvee as a space filler, and that's just because I've been trying to farm 4 Strongholds today. But that's really it. Those are the 5 things that you should know as a low level. Get your command center to level 3. Keep an eye on those dynamic missions to get lots of extra resources. Make sure, once you get your command center to level 3, build that global operations building, get those fobs, unlock those fobs. It's going to take a little grinding as a low level, but get it done. Then, as soon as you're able to deploy that artillery fob and get on the world map, hit up those strongholds, get all those resources, all those critical cards. It's good stuff. And don't be afraid to have fun with your platoons. And that's really it. Alright, hope y'all enjoyed it. I did just today get level 26, which got me the blueprint for a rocket buggy, which requires War Factory level 5, which requires Command Center level 5, which I actually should be getting soon. I only have one more, what is it? I have a transformer to upgrade, and then the rest of my walls, and I will have upgraded everything to max level, and it'll be time to upgrade my command center. So, you know, that will be coming relatively soon, though the rocket buggy, from what I can see, is basically a clone of the S13. And it does also require 20 critical cards just to build a base unit, just like all these other units we've been seeing that I've unlocked recently. Anyway, hope y'all have an awesome day. Until my next video, have a good one.